It may not have happened to you yet, but when it does, you gotta grab the bull by the horns and just get after it. Welcome to another Monday Minutes with Michael. This time of year, kids in school are being tested. And they're being tested on things that they've learned all year long. And, you know, some kids get really anxious and they're like, I'm not sure if I can do this. And they moan and they groan. And trust me, I get it. I totally get it. Because these state tests are no joke. But I think sometimes we make, as educators, we make a much to do about really not, I'm not gonna say nothing, but put a lot of pressure on these kids. And it really gets me thinking about as adults as well. Like, we are going to be tested in life. And if you have not been tested yet, like really tested, it's coming. And how are you going to respond to that type of test? Again, we're not talking A, B, C's and 1, 2, 3s. We're talking about real life, being tested, adversity being thrown your way, you never saw it coming, you're not sure what to do, you don't have enough money to pay for it, you know, whatever the case may be, you're going to be tested. These kids are going to be tested. Now, their test doesn't last as long as maybe yours or mine do, but it's really, again, for the students, it's about how do I get through what I've already been taught? And how do I get through and how do I get to that next level? Now, I may not do the best on my test if I'm a student, and that's okay. It really is just a measure of what you have learned throughout the year. But as adults, man, sometimes we get hit left and right and with all kind of stuff, and we're just like, how am I gonna get through this? This is life testing you to the most ultimate, you know, point in life to where what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna back up and sit down and say and just give up? No, you're not gonna do that. Whatever test is gonna be coming your way, or even if you're in college, you know you gotta study for exams, or even in high school, you know you gotta study for exams. What are you gonna do to get past these things? You know, we are tested all the time, and I think that no matter how small or how big these tests may be, sometimes we just kind of mosey through it. But we have to have enough grit, and we got to have enough determination that we have got to get through these life tests. Or guess what? We're just going to get beat down and just lay down. And I know if you're watching this video, that is not the kind of person that you are. So whatever kind of test that life is going to throw your way, and trust me, we never see it coming. Just think, when we think we got everything that's fine and we're treading on level ground, boom, something happens. So, it's really about getting past the test, getting past the test. You know, you hear, this is only a test from the emergency broadcast system. But sometimes it's not only a test. It could be, you know, life or death. You just never know. So whatever test that you're that's being thrown your way this week, man, just attack that test as hard as you can with everything that you can. Because when you come out on the other side of that test, like I've always said, you're going to be a better person because of it. You're going to be a stronger person because of it. Because you got to remember, there is strength in the struggle. And we all struggle at some point in life. So, think about that for a minute. And as I end every single video, continue to live your life with grace, gratitude, and greatness. Continue to protect your peace. And whatever test is being thrown at you this week, grab that bull by the horns. Don't let it take you down, because you are better than that, and you will make it through that test. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I will see you next week on Monday Minutes with Michael.